Hi everyone. The Tory MPs held their first vote on the future leader of the party on Wednesday. Two candidates were kicked out because they didn't get the 30 votes needed to get through to the second round of voting or the second ballot. Graham Brady, the chairman of the relevant 1922 committee, announced the results at 6 p.m. German time. And that's why I was allowed to put in a late shift with regard to my normal work processes so that you can get this video this morning. For the sake of completeness, I don't want to withhold the complete result from you, of course. Brady has presented the results in alphabetical order. For better understanding, I've chosen the order according to the number of votes received. And so I'm starting with Rishi Sunak, who got the votes from 88 MPs. Penny Mordaunt received 67 votes, Liz Truss received 50 votes, Kemi Badenoch received 40 votes, Tom Tugendhat received 37 votes, Suella Braverman received 32 votes, Nadeem Zahawi received 25 votes, and Jeremy Hunt received 18 votes. That's even less than the 20 votes he had previously received to even be allowed to participate in the first ballot. In order to expedite the process, the 1922 committee decided to raise the bar somewhat higher than was previously the case. Instead of 8, you needed 20 supporters to take part in the first ballot. And to get into the second round, you had to get at least 30 votes in the first round. So Jeremy Hunt and Nadeem Zahawi both failed to achieve this and are therefore both eliminated from the race immediately. That means there are only 6 candidates left in the race for the second ballot today. Rishi Sunak, Penny Mordaunt, Liz Truss, Kemi Badenoch, Tom Tugendhat and Suella Braverman. It will now be interesting to see which of the remaining candidates will be voted for by the MPs who voted for Hunt and Zahawi in the first ballot. So the selection process will continue, as I said, today and also next week. The aim is to filter out until only 2 candidates are left. Then the party members decide in a runoff election over the summer. On September 5th, it should be clear who will succeed Boris Johnson as Tory party leader and, of course, Prime Minister. Johnson, we all know, had come under massive pressure from his parliamentary group and the cabinet in the past week and then resigned from the office of party leader, although he never said the word. The affair about a faction colleague who groped 2 men while drunk had finally brought him down. And contrary to what he initially claimed, Johnson knew of previous allegations against the men before elevating him to an important position. But that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. The crime minister, as I used to call him, had previously caused scandal after scandal. He intends to remain in office as Prime Minister until the selection process is complete. What unites everyone so far is the promise to reduce taxes. So far, none of them have promised to deviate from the Johnson government's controversial projects, such as breaking the Brexit agreement with regard to the rules for Northern Ireland, for example, or the asylum pact with Rwanda, although no one of them talked about levelling up, by the way. Nevertheless, it should not be easy for the new head of government to follow in Johnson's footsteps. Does anybody want to? The politician with a striking shock of blonde hair had the ability to address people from a walk's life. He won a whopping majority in the last parliamentary election. Whoever inherits him will be under pressure to win a mandate of his own. But currently, the poll numbers for the Conservatives are extremely bad. On Sunday evening, the remaining candidates should face a television duel on ITV. And just a small thing that I just realized when I read the names again, if you translate Tugendhat as kind of a German phrase, it would be translated into English like something like he has virtues. Just some interesting thing I never got before. I don't know why it fell into my eye today. And for my viewers who are following me for years now, I know there are some, and I really appreciate that. You were here when this channel was much smaller than today, and with politics, it's not that easy to get a gigantic channel. I really have big respect for Phil and Max for those big channels, but it's even worse for someone from the outside, especially a German talking about English stuff. I know that. But there are quite a number of people who followed me for some years now. and they knew what was going on. And so I have a little information for you that's not interesting for everyone, but it's interesting for you, I guess, because you followed the whole long COVID thing. 2 years ago, in the beginning of the pandemic, I got infected, and later on, I got long COVID with a lot of consequences. That's why I talked a lot about this in the videos, because of those COVIDiots who denied that COVID is bad and nothing happens and blah, blah, blah. I'm suffering from long COVID for a long time now, and I needed 2 years to just get myself into a position where I could walk more than 10 minutes a day, or that I could ride a bicycle again for a few kilometers instead of just a few 100 meters. And because some of you were following me during that time and heard about some steps I had, how bad it was, I just wanted to tell you for 2 weeks now, I'm allowed to go to the gym again. So I walked enough and rode my bike enough. It's far away from that what happened or what I could do before COVID, but I'm allowed to go back to the gym. I was in the past, my old viewers know I was a member of the military. I was an Air Force officer, and even in my time before I got to the UK, that time I was in the gym daily. And after I got back to Germany, I was in the gym daily for a long time. And I couldn't do any of this anymore. My muscles were weak like hell. And now I'm starting like someone who's never been in the gym before or has never done sports in his life. So it is a real joy with all that was happening the last weeks, especially. This is one of the little lights you're looking for in your life. I can go to the gym again. I'm like a complete beginner, but I don't care. I can do it again, and I finally can start to work on my muscles again instead of just on my very low stamina in walking and riding a bike. So that's the next step. But with this, I also want to say long COVID is a thing that exists. Long COVID is a serious thing that exists. But you need a lot of effort to ever get back where you've been before that. But it seems that it's possible. I will need years to get where I was once before, but I'm doing that. I'm not losing a lot of weight yet because I can't do too many cardio stuff still, but starting to get my muscles working again is a big success for me, and that's why I wanted to show it with you, especially with the ones following me through that all the time. So, and you heard in the videos about what I was going through the last weeks, and so Shine a Light was one of my favorite songs from Eurovision, British winning song, by the way, and that is a thing that everybody needs. So always keep your head up. Don't give up whatever strikes you, whatever hits you. We are all in quite a bit situation now because of the Russian war of aggression. We have rising cost of living. I know my viewers in the UK are suffering far more from this than we here in Germany, especially with electricity. I was not very hard hit with the electricity stuff because we have a different system here. I'm with a local electricity provider for many years, and so we had long-term contracts, so it didn't hit me very hard, just 9% compared to what everyone in the UK is going through. So that was not that bad, but of course everyone feels it, even with this channel. I didn't expect anyone to be Patreon any longer with all the costs coming to you. So I, of course, am not angry at anyone who left, but I'm really appreciative to those who are still there as Patreons. I know it's a very tough time. You're helping me with that, of course. And I'm grateful that in this time you're still there. I don't expect many people to buy stuff from me. But I want to say I really do appreciate the few who like my merch and still get some of it. I'm glad that you can still afford a little bit of luxury, because that's it. It's luxury. It's nothing you need in your life, but it's luxury, and it's something that supports my channel. And of course, I see it with the advertising. The rates are a bit lower than before. So I'm not making the amount of money I made with this channel last year, but it was all to be expected. But we all have to find a way to cope. We all, here in continental Europe, easier than in the UK, will certainly find a way to cope with that. But it's a time where we all go through the situation, and I just pray for all of us that the situation, especially for the people in Ukraine, will end sooner than later. Because for us, we are struggling financially, but the people in Ukraine are under attack day by day, and we must not forget this, because the war is going on since February 24th, and you can already see that it starts in the news and the media to a little bit go to the sideline, as it usually is when war starts. Every media is on it, and after a while, nobody is talking about it anymore. On my European channel this week, I had videos on what's Putin doing towards Ukraine, or how his actions are affecting Ukraine. I want to keep that up, and I want to remind everyone it's still out there, and they're in a much worse position than us. So I know I talked a lot about different things than the main topic. A lot of people will have turned off the video at the point where I left the election process, but it was really important for me to say those things for once. And when I'm here in on a late shift in my studio, because I usually start working very early in the morning outside the summer break, I have a lot of political appointments in the evening. You know about my voluntary politics. So I always have to be finished filming and uploading and cutting and everything, editing, how you call it, much earlier. And so sometimes you might feel, oh, that's, I already heard about this many times. That is because of the working process. I need to be in voluntary politics and do something for the people here in my district. That is something that's coming from my heart. I don't earn money with that, but I love to do that. And so I have to adjust my working to this. But now we are in the summer holidays, and there's not that much politics going on. There's party politics going on still here as well. I have to take care of. But I can do some late videos like I did today. And I will try the same tomorrow after the second ballot, of course. And so on Friday morning, you will have a kind of fresh video after the second ballot. Of course, it's on live TV. You have seen it on Thursday, but or today. But it will not be that long time between this. So I'll try to do that again. And for now, I think I'm babbling a bit today, but I like to share with my loyal viewers. So I hope you don't mind. And there are many great people in the comments as well. Sometimes I often have to talk about all those trolls and idiots. I shouldn't do that anyway, by the way. I know, but sometimes I can't stop myself from talking about this. But there are a lot of kind, nice people in the comments of my videos. With the amount of the channels and the work I have to do, and I can't answer every comment. I'm really sorry for that, but I often take the time on a bus or something to read the comments, so I won't miss too many of them. And I really see a lot of kind people that are following my channel. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your kind words under my videos, especially about the sunglasses thing now and the thing, I don't want to name it again, but the thing that really hit me hard recently. And I appreciate it. I really see that, and I'm grateful that you are there. And now I stop babbling. I wish you a good morning, and I'll see you in my next video. Schau rein.